Good day, good day, good day. Once again, thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am your host, the real Glaze Gibbs. This is my ministry. What I do is I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. A lot of times people say right now, what gives you the right to speak about something that you speak about? You know what? Google the name Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Glaze, G-L-A-Z-E, Gibbs, G-I-B-B-S. Like I keep trying to tell people, I was once the problem. Between the age of 14 and 24, I experienced so much. I became Glaze. You know what? At one point in time, they accused me of doing a little bit of everything. But once again, I don't get on here and try to make myself seen and sound more important. What I'm trying to do at this present time, how do I right my wrong? And how do I use this as cautionary tale in educational purpose to keep these kids from picking up that brick, throwing at that multi-billion-dollar prison system for absolutely nothing.
Hey, Brian, let me ask you a question. So, of course, everybody know about the story about Miss Hood and her son up in Chicago area, her being in the bodega, and you know, that situation panning out. What are your thoughts on how it panned out? What would you have done in that situation, and what do you think would have been a better move for the young man?
You know what? Like I tell you right now, that whole situation is jacked up. And the crazy part about it, initially, like right now, was I did a piece about that. But then again, once like the situation, the woman and her son, they was arrested. They turned themselves in, and right now, it's based upon the evidence. They wind up dropping it. And to me, right now, if you look at that whole situation and circumstance, it's unfortunate because once again, if you're looking at them, they are a greasy, like I'm saying, spot, like sell hamburger, hot dog, $2 burger, $2 hot dog or whatever. So the bottom line is right now is you look at the situation because once again, they putting poison into their body. But you watch that mother and you watch that gentleman, may his soul rest in peace, and you watch the altercation, and to me, like right now, how did that man got so upset? What was that woman saying? Despite they both was aggressive, they both was loud. But once again, did she say anything to give that man a right to start swinging on her? To start hitting her like she was a man? He said, you say one more word, you say one more word, and he just start hooking off on her, whatever. And then right now is, guess what? Not knowing her son is there. He's in a car. Not knowing right now when he came in, got the gun, and he shot him. And he killed him. And to me, like I said right now, is everybody looking at it right now like, damn, like, you know, you can look at it from both ways. To me, yes, he was wrong. Did he deserve to die? Who am I to say that? But once again, I just know if that was my mom's, if that was my sister, that was my wife, that was my cousin, my whatever. I knew right now was, guess what? With the mentality that I had way back when, guess what? He would have got handled. But once again, why do we always handle situations with violence? But once again, you got to remember, if you watching somebody attacking somebody that you love and you care about, guess what you're going to do? You're going to allow your emotion to supersede your intellect. You're not going to see or have rhyme or reason. You're just going to act. So that young kid, seeing his mom being handled, what he did was he acted. And right now, he did the next best thing. He did what he felt he needed to do to protect his moms. And right now, just so happened, based upon all the evidence that Chicago District Attorney Office received, they felt that, guess what? The action of her and her son was justified, and guess what they did? They released both of them. But once again, folks, listen, man. The key is not to put yourself in that predicament. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a woman, it doesn't matter. The difference is people can talk. And what we have to do as human beings these days in time, in 2023, we got to develop thick skin. Words. Let people say what they want to say about you. But once again, long as nobody's putting their hands on you or whatever, sometime right now, you got to be the bigger man, the bigger woman, and you got to be able to bow gracefully. With that situation, it didn't happen that way. It ended with a person dying, okay? It ended with that woman and her son could have been in a world of trouble, and they both could have been spending a lot of time in prison over what? Temper is what gets us into trouble. Pride is what keeps us there. But once again, if you go out the house with a positive outlook, a positive attitude, a lot of times right now is a lot of this negativity and nonsense can be avoided. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe, share. This is the real Glaze Gibbs. And like I say, this is strictly for educational purpose. You know what I'm saying? Cautionary tale. And right now, especially for the younger cats, getting them to understand before you do anything, ask yourself the quality question. Before I make this move, is it going to bring me pain or is it going to bring me pleasure? And if it's gonna bring you pain, then you know what? I am not gonna do that. One love.